Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous session, we have discussed about classification of colloids, or I can say types of colloids. Yes, when you think of classification of colloids, colloids can be classified into different ways based on different parameters. The one way of classifying is, I already discussed, what is that? Based on the physical state. Based on the physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. There are 8 types of colloidal systems are possible. So if I consider physical, yes, the dispersed phase may be of solid, liquid, gas. Similarly, dispersion medium, if I consider the dispersion phase and a dispersion medium, the dispersion medium is also maybe in the form of solid, liquid, or gas. So when you think of the combination among these, we are going to end up with 9 combinations. Among 9, one is omitted. So what is that omitted combination? Gas in a gas. Okay, gas in gas type of mixture do not constitute a colloid. So even we quoted the reason here, since gas in gas constitutes a what type of mixture? It is a homogeneous mixture. Yes or no? So it is a homogeneous mixture. Therefore, it is omitted from the consideration. So out of these combinations, 9 combinations, yes, what is the possible colloidal systems? 8 possible colloidal systems are possible. Okay, solid in solid we said. Okay, both dispersed phase and dispersion medium of solid, or solid liquid, solid gas. Similarly, liquid solid, liquid liquid, liquid gas. Then again gas solid, gas liquid. So totally we considered 8 type of colloidal system. So it's the one way of classifying the colloidal parts. Okay, well, now in this session I'm going to discuss about another type of classification. That is the second way of classifying colloids. Yes, here the second type of classification includes lyophilic and lyophobic colloids. So here, if I consider the names, what is saying lyophilic and lyophobic? Yes, it is based on what? It is based on the, or I can say depending on the nature of interaction. So what is the basis here? It is purely based on the nature of interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So the first type of classification, it is based on physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Now here the second type of classification is based on interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Yes, so based on interaction, colloidal systems are classified into how many types? 2 types. So what are those? We already named them. That is lyophilic and lyophobic colloids. Well, here the name lyophilic colloids. First one, lyophilic colloids. Yes, the word lyophilic. Lyo means liquid, or I can say solvent. So here lyophilic. So lyo refers to solvent, or even we can say liquid. Philic, philic means attracting. Philic ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? Attracting ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, or even it is also considered as a loving. So overall, so lyophilic colloid means overall what is the meaning of this lyophilic? Lyophilic refers to solvent loving, or I can say generally liquid living. What is solvent here? Solvent is nothing but here it is the dispersion medium. So we say lyophilic colloid means, say here lyophilic, it means solvent loving. In the sense, we know that a colloidal system contains dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Dispersed phase and dispersion medium. See here, dispersed phase particles have a greater affinity. Okay, dispersed phase particles have greater affinity for dispersion medium particles. Means there is a greater interaction between these two type of particles. Dispersed phase particles with the dispersion medium. So it constitutes lyophilic colloids. So I repeat, lyophilic colloids are nothing but, yes, it is a type of colloidal system in which the dispersed phase particles have greater affinity for dispersion medium. Means there is a greater interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium particles. So called lyophilic. Okay. Well, if I consider definition for lyophilic colloids, what we can say, the one way of defining is a type of colloidal system in which dispersed phase particles have greater affinity for dispersion medium, or else in another way, a type of colloidal salts are formed, okay, by mixing substances like gum, gelatin, starch, rubber, etc. with a suitable liquid. Say these are a type of colloidal salts which are directly formed by mixing substances like gum, gelatin, starch, rubber, etc. with a suitable liquid. What is that suitable liquid called? It acts as a dispersion medium. Means if I consider gum, okay, when gum is added to water, so what happens? The resultant liquid or resultant solution formed is called lyophilic colloid. Okay, as like if you add starch powder to water or any suitable liquid, the resultant will be a lyophilic colloid. So in general, say these lyophilic colloids are formed by direct mixing, by mixing the, what are the two components? Dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So these colloids are formed by direct mixing of a dispersed phase with the dispersion medium. So generally what we are saying, lyophilic means it is a solvent loving, which means the dispersed phase particles have greater affinity for dispersion medium particles. Okay, well, so here the dispersion medium is water. If I consider, if the dispersion medium is water, as like I specified here, if the dispersion medium is water, then it is called hydrophilic colloids. Please remember, if the dispersion medium is water, then it is called, what is the lyophilic colloid is called? The name for lyophilic colloid will be hydrophilic colloid. Okay, well, now if you consider the nature of the lyophilic colloids. So we say these lyophilic colloids, or you can say when they are commonly called lyophilic salts, these are reversible in nature. The lyophilic colloids ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು, they are reversible in nature. ಯಾಕೆ reversible nature ಅಂದ್ರೆ, just we analyze. So we are saying it means if the dispersion medium is separated, ಅಂದ್ರೆ say we have a colloidal. What type of colloid? It is a lyophilic colloid. Say we have lyophilic colloid. Okay, so lyophilic, yes, we have lyophilic colloid. Okay, lyophilic colloid means there will be dispersed phase present, phase particles, as well as there will be dispersion medium particles present. So if the dispersion medium is separated from dispersed phase, okay, if medium is separated from, okay, dispersed phase particles, say the process involves, say, evaporation means all these dispersion medium particles will be get evaporated. What is leaving behind will be dispersed phase particles only. Okay, if it is subjected for evaporation, say on evaporation what happens, all dispersed, okay, dispersion medium particles will be get evaporated, leaving behind dispersed phase particles. Now we can get back into the lyophilic colloid. How? Simply by adding again fresh dispersion medium. So here the sol can be reconstituted. Okay, the sol can be reconstituted by simple remixing with the dispersed phase with the dispersion medium. Means, so what happened here? First there will be, okay, first there is a lyophilic colloid. If this lyophilic colloid is subjected for evaporation, what happens? That colloid will be, okay, destroyed, and all the dispersion medium particles will be get evaporated, and only dispersed phase particles present. Now these dispersed phase particles can be converted back to lyophilic colloid. How? By mixing dispersion medium again. So we say it is reversible. Why it is called reversible in nature means, so if the dispersion medium is separated by some means, okay, if the dispersion medium is separated from dispersed phase particles by some means, the sol can be reconstituted. We will get the sol particles again. The colloid can be reconstituted simply by adding suitable dispersion medium. Okay, therefore it is called reversible in nature, or you can say reversible soul. Okay, well, now these soles, when you think of their stability, okay, stability considered, say these soles, or you can say lyophilic colloids, are quite stable. They are very stable in nature and they are not easily coagulated. Okay, they are not easily coagulated, or even we can say precipitated. Okay, so if I consider lyophilic colloids, what we said, there is a greater interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So these two particles cannot be separated easily. Okay, therefore we say the soul is quite stable and not easily coagulated or precipitated. Okay, well, now second type of colloid. What is the second type? We said lyophobic, right? First one lyophilic. Now the second type of colloid is lyophobic colloid. Now here, yes, when you look at the meaning of the word lyo, again solvent, right? So lyo means solvent, solvent. Phobic. We know the phobic meaning. Phobic means, okay, hating. Okay, phobic refers to hating. So here overall meaning lyophobic means solvent hating, or even we can say repel. Hating ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ repel ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So instead of using the word repel, so you can say hating. So here lyophobic colloid, which means solvent hating. Solvent hating in the sense here solvent act as a dispersion medium. And what is another particle? Dispersed phase particles. Means there is a less interaction between dispersed phase particles with the dispersion medium. If I consider the first one, what we said, what is the first one? Lyophilic. There is a greater interaction. Okay, there is a greater interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Now lyophobic, here there is a less interaction between dispersed phase particles with the dispersion medium. So therefore we are using the word solvent hating, or it is also commonly called a lyophobic colloid. Okay, well, now if I consider, okay, meaning of this lyophobic colloid. So what we are saying, colloidal soles can be prepared by special methods. When you think of preparation of these type of colloids, lyophobic colloids, they cannot be prepared by direct mixing. Rather, these lyophobic colloids are prepared by special methods. Special methods by mixing substances like metals, metal sulfides, etc. with the dispersion medium. Okay, please remember regarding preparation, if you consider lyophilic colloids are prepared by direct mixing the dispersed phase with the dispersion medium. But what about lyophobic colloids? They cannot be prepared by direct mixing. Rather, they are prepared by some special methods. Okay, they are prepared by some special methods by mixing substances like metal sulfides with a suitable dispersion medium. Is the one thing to be remembered. Further, now if we consider, if the dispersion medium, as like in the previous case, as we said, if the dispersion medium is water, we said hydrophilic. Okay, if the dispersion medium is water, we said hydrophilic. Similarly, in this case, lyophobic, if the dispersion medium is water, then it is called hydrophobic. Okay, so as we are highlighting here, if the dispersion medium is water, then the colloid is called hydrophobic colloid. Okay, so hydrophobic, in general lyophilic, lyophobic. Well, now further, these soles are readily precipitated. So if I consider their reversible nature, whether they are reversible or not, means yes, these soles, means that these lyophobic soles are readily precipitated, or I can say coagulated on addition of small amount of electrolytes, or by heating, or by shaking, or by mixing two oppositely charged soles, or I can say colloids. So if I consider their reversible nature, I can say these lyophobic colloids. Regarding the stability, if we consider, these lyophobic colloids are not much stable because they are readily get precipitated. They readily get precipitated or coagulated by adding suitable small amount of electrolyte. Second one, by heating. Third one, by agitation, or I can say by shaking. And even we can say fourth one, by mixing. By mixing oppositely charged source. Okay, there are four ways by which the lyophobic salts get precipitated or coagulated. So is one more next concept that I will discuss in detail. Now just remember, regarding stability, lyophobic colloids are not much stable. Why I are saying means, since these lyophobic colloids are readily get precipitated, or I can say coagulated. How? By adding small amount of electrolytes, by heating. Third, by shaking, we say agitation. And fourth one, by mixing oppositely charged salts. Okay, well, next thing, these salts are irreversible in nature. So as like I said, regarding lyophilic, what we said, they are reversible, means by some means, if the dispersion medium is separated, okay, yes, we can get back the lyophilic colloid by adding dispersion medium. But if I consider, okay, lyophobic colloids, they are irreversible in nature. Now, if you consider the differences between reversible and irreversible salts, so how they differ from one another, reversible and irreversible salts. What actual meaning reversible and irreversible salts? So, if I consider reversible salts, okay, reversible salt or reversible colloid ಅಂತ consider ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? It can be reconstructed. We already considered the point. What it says, it can be reconstructed by simply remixing with the dispersion medium. So reversible ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು actual reason. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? It can be reconstituted by simply remixing with the dispersion medium is the point. If I consider irreversible salt, it cannot be reconstituted. So irreversible ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೀವಿ? It cannot be reconstituted by remixing with the dispersion medium. Okay, well, now coming to the MCQs, the first one, lyophobic colloids are solvent loving, solvent hating. Okay, both. No, one. Yes, what is the answer here? It is solvent hating. Lyophobic anta idana, lyophobic, solvent hating. So second is the right choice. Well, next question, salt which can be reconstituted by simply remixing with the dispersion medium is called, okay, the salt which can be reconstituted by simply remixing with the dispersion medium is called reversible, irreversible, gel, emulsion. Yes, what is the salt called? It is the reversible salt. Okay, well, with this I'm going to conclude about this session. Again, in the next session we discuss the remaining part of the chapter. Okay, thank you, be safe.